Terran. Apparently, I think he read Terran too.
Oh no.
Yeah. But we solve all of it at a good point in time. So I probably would have gone 13 gas, 13 pool if I had known that he was Zerg, but instead I went 17, which is good. I mean, he goes patch first. Yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have been able to kill him with that, but maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, this has happened to me many times, and I'll be like, "Ah, how'd that Terran get a fucking drone?
Yeah.
What the hell? What kind of hack is this?" And then I'm like, stupid hacker. And then it's like, the Terran had a drone. Then, what's that mean, the Terran had a drone?
Yeah. I threw him off his build by a crap ton by making him type that much. His gas was done, his pool was not started, no one was mining gas, no one was starting the spawning pool. That is a bummer, dude. He is so freaking lucky. Oh, this is my extractor trick, my 2-minute extractor trick. It was actually a second off, but yes, I start the Overlord here in a sec. Queen puts me 1 up, and then I still get those extra links.
Yeah, so he knows you're coming.
Yeah.
He's not done. Wait.
Okay, yeah, 6 lings on the way now.
Yeah. Just started, though.
Oh, and a spine crawler. Nice positioning on the spine crawler, though. I definitely would have easily sniped that if you put that up front.
But the thing is, like, this map is great for putting it right there.
Between the gas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Man, do you ever go to Costco and get, like, a Polish hot dog? Polish dogs? Get the fucking Costco?
No.
Son of a
bitch.
bitch.
I think maybe my dad has, but...
Next time he goes to Costco, say, hey! Go to the...
abandoned.
Smash.
So that was all his lings for that moment. And, so I'm like, damn it, I ran out of lings. Oh, wait, no, I have lings now. So now I'm like, oh, wait, do I win? Is this the easiest ZVZ ever?
But you didn't know he was working out. I mean, you could have been working out roaches.
Yes. So...
But he wasn't.
Well... Yeah...
But he could have. But he wasn't. Is that where they hatched? Is that what happened? They hatched up there? Into the Bane?
No, I was morphing a Bane.
Okay, and he was trying to burn the Bane down.
Yeah, and he didn't.
That's good. Oh, something I was going to tell you about the last game. The guy's rallies were all screwed up.
Yeah.
His hotkeys.
In the game rallies. Oh.
Well, not just, but I meant his hotkeys.
Look at this guy, he's using 8 and 0. Holy moly. What the heck is that?
Yeah, I know, I was looking at that. That's what reminded me. Because, he had, like, his hatches on, like, 2 and 2, and, like, his queens on, or, like, 1 and 2, and his queens on, like, 7 and 8 or something. It's like, dude, how does your hand... Or do you just, like, play with no mouse?
Yeah.
I mean, what is this?
Yeah, and so, at the pro level, guys like Cats use, what is it, like, what's that thing to the left of 1?
Secret
tilde. The tilde.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll use that to have 0, and then they can put something on 0.
Oh, okay. Oh. Bane v Bane is bad.
Kill
Get
the
over there
roach.
and get them roads.
And
Don't get
so,
overlord.
Ling Bane micro for days.
Ah,
But I knew
see,
I didn't.
your Lings destroyed them because they got one extra attack off
Yeah.
for some reason.
Well, yeah.
Swing your Bane Ling, do-si-do.
I think I had slightly better numbers in that.
I know, but I mean, besides
Yes.
besides that.
Oh, yes, I'm like, yes, I got it.
That sucks. Is he gonna start?
So I was like, yes, I'm like, well, at best case scenario, or worst case scenario rather, he started roaches right then. Best case scenario, and he didn't,
he did not. Yeah.
So I did know that I had the timer on me, just like on the off chance that he made a million roaches and is A-moving them. So I start a spine here at some point in my life, and the Mutaden is on the way. Yes, I said Mutaden. Okay. So I know.
Okay, so he's finally got his roach form back. This guy's really confusing me because at this point, the only chance he actually legitimately has is to hope that you don't attack so he can re-economy. But instead of doing that, he's building an army that cannot win against you, which guarantees his loss.
He has an idea, and that is, oh, what do I do in ZVZ? I go roaches. Okay. And I threw him off of that. So now he's like, well, crap, he has a lot of Lings and Banes, so I think I need a lot of Lings and Banes. But I'm baning out his Banes, so... Well, and now he's making more, but then he's gonna run out of Lings, so... Roaches. Banelings, ah! Oh!
I guess that was what he was hoping for. But if that hadn't happened... Well, he's got roaches now, but I mean, there was a good 2 minutes that he was building Lings that he didn't need.
Yeah.
That would have been drones.
Yeah. And, we're about even on drone count. But, yeah, either of us could be a lot higher by this point. And, yes, I think we're both a little bit ugly. So he knows that I got the mutas now. I got the mutas. So I'll go Overlord hunting, as he does not pull off. Oh, he's going to kill the Overlord. Nose.
Yeah, Overlords can dodge miles, as long as they are watching what's going on.
Oh, yes, so right there I'm like, no, I thought I was freaking out of that
can't believe
thing.
I can't believe that hit.
Yeah, so... FML. So I go muta hunting now, or hunting with my mutas. And, yeah. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be pretty funny. I'm like, oh, you wanna follow me?
Yeah, and, mutas are great for sniping Banes.
Yeah, Banes and, Micro, haha.
Oh! So you see the Hydra den.
I didn't see it. Yeah, I eventually noticed that he has the Hydras, but I don't know. I was economying and trying to keep my mutas alive.
Well, was that your strategy? Really, was to just
out-economy him?
Is that what you?
Yeah, and I've kind of been doing this whole game. I'm trying to keep him at home, so that I can do things like expand without him worrying and to be in a butthole. And I'm like, oh crap, he has Hydras. So yeah, I'm trying to keep him at home, and I'm also trying to tech up and out economy and blah 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 blah. So at this point, I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess I should have just gone to his back to his main. I knew he had quite a few spores, but I don't know. I was trying to keep him occupied with not my stuff. try to keep him occupied with his stuff, so that he wouldn't be a butthole and come kill my stuff. And
I hate this
yes.
expo because it's so easy for them to get out of it.
Yeah, and
Whoa!
I'm like, well, do I take that one?
I take. I'll
right
show
here.
you. I take. Come on.
Yeah.
No, you're not
Yeah, I
gonna.
see. Nope, it's pinging on my thing.
Oh, that's right. There. I forgot to
Yeah.
hit my E again.
Yeah,
I find it
take
safer
that
to
one.
expand there.
Yeah, I take that one sometimes, but I don't know, when I'm really trying to win the economy game, then sometimes I just take both at the same time. As he's doing now, well, he's not taking both, he's just taking that one. But yeah. So infestation pit on the way. The idea was the whole well, first of all, I wanted to see what he had. I was like, unless he hit a base, then he is pretty behind on economy. And as you can see from...
But you can't really cause any damage to him.
Well, I'll find the damage. As soon as the rest of my mutas pop, they're there. I guess I went down to 3 mutas, and now I'm back to 9. And Hive is on the way. And with Hive comes GG. So I'm like, alright, he's still over here, okay, good. Then I'm going over here. And I'm like, he's got quite a few guys. Ripped that one muta. So I'm like, it's not really good to engage with these numbers. I'm like, that'd be pretty funny if I killed this Roach Warden, wouldn't it?
That would be really funny.
This would be, I'm like, well, this will at least cause pressure enough for him to do something, to force him to do something. And
yeah, it forced him to do nothing. Is what
I know. He kind of did nothing. I'm like, okay,
mind games.
that's a dead Roach Warden. That is a dead Roach Warden.
Oh, the spores!
He's pulling like his whole base back, or his whole army back rather. I got that one spore. He did not cancel it.
And what we've been saying for a long time now, if that queen had just been trying to pick one away at a time, and then pivot off the spores, a single queen can take out a whole roach ball, or muta ball, whatever.
Yeah,
so
and I lost like 1 muta, but yeah, I had 2 or 3 of them redlined, so...
Yep. And they were able to heal back up because nothing was even hitting them.
Yeah. So... Oh, muta. So, yes. No muta. So he's doing a little ling run by to see what's what and where it is. And I see this and I'm like, no drone, save the Queenie Beanie.
And if it's the difference between like 1 queen and 9 drones, go for the damn drones.
Yeah. Well,
at this point in the game, that queen's not gonna help him that much.
Look at his gas. Holy gassing. E needs to pull out.
That's because he only just started mining off this base. He's been out of minerals for a really long time. Which is weird because you're not really picking off much.
Yeah, I guess he needs to make a shit ton more rabbit. Oh, he can't make Ravagers, he still doesn't have that Roach Worm. Oh my gosh. And he's not making another one. What an idiot.
Nice distraction and split.
Yeah.
I think we used to call those pits or something.
Baiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a bait because you're forcing them to choose a chest move.
When you go over there, it's like, the mutas someday will kill that base. Not any day soon, but definitely someday. And then, the right idea, though, there would have been send the Hydras, not the whole freaking army.
Oh, the Bane train is gonna cause some pain. They just turn into roller boys.
Yeah.
Get him, Ultros, save the day. Nope.
I'm like, but I juked him. And he continued to go on, and And his Bane's no longer one-shot my Lings, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
That is pretty hilarious when a Bane cannot one-shot a Ling.
That's what I feel whenever my Banes go into stalkers and don't cause any damage.
Yes.
But this would be another great opportunity, and it's probably what you're gonna do. Split your attacks again. Because I mean, your spore.
How I take this.
You can't engage the spores anyway with your.
Yeah. I think. Oh yeah, I was willing. I was right here. I'm like, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice these mutas to kill some Banes because I was basically going Ultra Ling. Because I know he's not making any freaking. He's just now remaking his Roachhorn. I knew he wasn't going for any air, anything, any broods or anything. And so I'm like,
you've got him screwed now. What a bad engagement.
Yeah, and yes, force him to engage me, and yeah, ultras with the already finished +4,
exactly.
5 because I had 1, 2, and yeah.
Yep.
So, hey,
and that is, yeah, and that is the only thing, I guess, besides broods or whatever. That is the only thing that can counter a roach ball. Is really, really well upgraded ultras because they're able to cleave 2 roaches deep because of the roach threat density, and which makes them so good until they have to fight ultras, and then it actually makes them a liability. They die at the same speed as Lings and Marines and Stalkers and everything else. You have to transition out.
Yeah. And the 2v2 that we played tonight on Distant Plains, the 8-person map.
Yep.
When we're both Zerg. And I went ultras. The opponent went Mass Roach. And his Terran buddy went freaking Liberator tank, blah 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 blah. And yeah, in one of the final engagements, a ton of my ultras were munching through his roaches, and I'm like, die roaches, die, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
So ultras greater than sign roaches.
Yeah.
Roach.
And that was the perfect example. It's not even a numbers game. All you do, you get a couple Lings to hold them in place, which is what you did.
It's a positioning game, though. That is something because yeah.
Yeah, because if this had been on a ramp, the roaches probably would have actually got your ultras. But in a nice open playing field like this, you get the Lings and the nooks and crannies.
If you had a SimCity here, then you could have really...
Yeah.
I mean, what he would have had to do is SimCity here and then not engage me over here. And maybe I still would have won from out-economying him eventually. But if I was any dumber, which, and I tried to engage that in his SimCity, then it's like, that is how ultras lose to Roach Hydra.
Yeah, because you bog them down.
Yeah, and and I mean, if it's like, okay, you made one freaking what is it called, one Evo Chamber wall. So yeah, the immortals, the ultralists will immortally chew through it. But if you do like a real wall, then you're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
And what I would have done in that situation was go over here, hoped that he would have followed me, tried to run Lings in, maybe even run Lings in over here if he's gonna stay in his third and turtle. And yes, I don't know, by this point I think he lost the teching war for certain. And the economy war. I mean, we were actually a lot closer than I realized, but meh. He somehow seemed like he was pretty behind. And I think he was mostly behind on minerals more than anything. He was ahead of me on gas, but...
Oh, you don't think that 2,500 gas is like slightly...
Yeah. Slightly. Technically, I've been spending a shit ton, though, on my ultras. Ultras are expensive as hell.
Yeah. So, pro tip of the day. the other way to handle this mess is instead of ping-ponging back and forth between... is there a way to clear the stupid pings?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so let me pause it for a second.
Game paused.
So instead of bouncing between that one and this one, which is great, by the way, if you can pull him over enough, then you do a run by and just focus his lair.
Well, yeah.
And then even if they kill you, then
he'll also do a run by over there and kill his economy. But
that doesn't pull his army as far away.
Well, no, I mean I'm over here, and I kill. I killed his base. I'm engaging with the ultras, and I mean by this point, any engagement with the ultras, I just win. But say I'm attempting to engage over here with the ultras, killing that base, then I do a run by with those lings. Killing this base is also GG, because obviously, I mean, this one and this one are both. Stop it! Go away.
Well,
go away.
There are two different play styles. I was offering an alternative.
I know. I'm on the same point as you in terms of the run by idea. It's just instead of the lair, which I'm not sure why he decided to put his lair there, whatever. But yeah, alternatively to run by Ying and getting the lair is getting his last mining base, because I was fairly certain that that was his last mining base, and then he's totally screwed. It's done. You kill their economy, they're just like, fuck this game, I'm going back to League of Legends.
Not everybody thinks that way. So,
okay. Well.
I don't know if it's like 50-50, but some people, you can get them to leave just by nuking their main lair or hive. Because then at that point, like Mr. Genius here with no creep tumors, just killing that alone, I mean, that's like hitting him with a nuke.
Yeah, but that's about as much of a mind game banking on him leaving as the other one would be. But I don't know, I find it... I would probably prefer to go for the lair and Hydroden if he was economically on par. But I don't know, when he's just this economically dead, if I kill him this base, it's done. It's like it's over. I wouldn't be banking on him leaving. I'd probably just back off and then build up a bunch more ultras and A-move again. It's not winnable from that point. I mean, he'd be putting all his money into re-economy, or he would all-in me, and it'd be the most hopeless all-in of all time. Of all-in time. So, well, that's weird. I agree with you, but, that is a good idea, but situationally, I think it's very situational, and it all depends on their economy. If you kill their last mining base, if they're not smart enough to leave, then I don't know. It's just such a good position. You just win. So most of the time by the
but you don't know how much they have banked. Because I've made that mistake
a mental
before.
Estimation from this mark in the game, him making this many units and I think I scouted at some point on the extra bases. There's no way he could be banking and making this many units and losing this many units. He
hadn't really lost any units until this engagement, right?
And he lost a lot of links.
Oh, that's right.
Fact.
He kept tossing Ling Bane. I forgot about that.
Yes, he lost 11,000 minerals, 11,000 resources, worth of units. 180. Damn, in the frickin' the pro matches or whatever, the observers have a thing where they can show every specific unit that has died. There's a little chart that does that.
It's very frustrating that we
I
don't
know.
get a lot of those tools. I mean, it has the information. I mean,
Yeah.
it knows, it tracks everything.
Yeah.
So, because I'd like to know that too. I'd like to know how many Banes and Links you threw away.
Yeah.
Because that...
Well, yeah, a shit ton of lings.
Yeah, because after like 15 minutes, it adds up. I mean, that's like tossing a fifth of a mineral line away every couple of, every, 30
Yeah.
seconds, 40, 50 seconds. It's not sustainable.
You lose, well, yeah, lose too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was banking a crap ton of gas, so maybe he could have, like, surprised cockfaced, pulled out a bunch of Ravagers out of nowhere. But I don't know. I don't really expect him to be banking a lot of minerals and gas by this mid game, where it's like, if you're banking, you're probably going to just lose. Like, there's no real reason to be banking extra stuff in the mid to earn the game. Because there's no reason to. You're not really supposed to start banking a lot unless you're transitioning to something like mutas, in which case you need to keep them occupied. Or once you've hit 200, then you can, yeah.
Bank
so,
for Remax and
yeah,
get all your
bank for
upgrades.
Remax and yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I had no thought in my mind of him banking at this point. I kind of more assumed he was freaking out and spamming something like Lynx or Roaches, which he doesn't have a Roach for still.
Yeah, well, and a lot of that's just reactionary muscle memory, because
Yeah.
I was looking at the upgrades, and I mean, he was so far behind.
Yeah.
It's frustrating to me what he thought. Like 3 engagements ago is when he lost.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was. When I said, "Oh, it's like, what's the best thing that can happen? Pull off Lucky Bane bust. That's the best case scenario." And
Yeah.
he busted your Lings. But it doesn't matter. That was so expensive. And that was the best outcome.
Yeah. Okay. In my opinion, I think the only real chance he had, which I delayed by quite a good bit, was the first time I killed his Roachhorn. I killed 2 Roachhorns this game. That's GG. No, but the first time I killed the Roachhorn, when he remade it, then he immediately made a crap ton of Roaches and pushed up. Now, I mean, I have 2 spines here, and I made those sometime in the early game. And
But
I had
you
like one
bile
queen.
those, no problem.
Yeah, and so I would have had Lings. I would have had like 2 mutas at best. But I mean, that was the best chance he had. Past that, I just kept him in his base and outproduced him and expanded him. And that was what my other buddy that I played with in the beta, who I haven't seen since then. When I 1v1 with him, and he did make it to Diamond. When I 1v1 with him, I'm like, oh, so what else should I be doing better? And he's like, oh, well, you surprised me when you didn't expand more. You should do that when you have map control, which you do. I'm like, yeah, when do I do that? So I'm like, okay, so map control.
Every time you push.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's something like a Warp Prism, Mutas, or Terran Droppers is my preferred method of map control. The problem with pushing, which not that I disagree, because it is definitely a proven method, but my problem with it, especially with Terran, is sometimes you lose the engagement, and then you're expanding and they're pushing.
If you're Terran and you lose an engagement, you're playing the game wrong.
Ling Bane v Marine Marauder. There are enough Banes in the world to kill any amount of Marine Marauder. So something like Terran drops, Widow Mines, definitely mutas, warp prisms, blah blah blah. Keeping them in their base and then expanding as you do so. That has been my what do you call it? That thing that Homer had in the Homer Simpson movie. That sounds pretty funny. Epiphany, yeah. That has been my epiphany of the week. Is harass, do harass very nicely, and
You
and
must have
keep them in their
successful
base.
harassment.
Yes, you must have successful harassment and not get a the law thing against you. Yeah, if you get that, you lose. GG, it's over. And
Until then, the law thing will continue.
yes,
It's a good
so,
law thing.
So, yeah, that has been my epiphany of the week. Expand as you harass, and then when they come around knocking, then they're like, "Oh crap, we already has that base," and then they get to kill that, and that's kind of your cushion. So, yes, GG. Astinio is still not diamond. FML.
Yes, but good job on this one.
Yeah, I went 4 out of 3. No, yeah, 4 out of 3. Yeah, no,
Yep.
3 out of 4 of the games that I played today, and I believe I'm +9 on my freaking 1v1 record. So yeah, F you guys. It's funny. I'm +9, and I'm like, do I want to make it +10? Oh, and then they're like dinner time, and it's like dinner time, so I'm like, +10 will come tomorrow. Tomorrow. So,
Regards.
irregardless.